Okay, next assignment we're going to be dealing with some shapes. It says write a formula for the area. So I got the 16 and 12, but then I got it's extended by x, and this side's extended by x. So that's the length, and that's the width. Okay, area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay. All right, so I make a parentheses for the length and a parentheses for the width. So the length is across the bottom when we have a 16 and an x. So I write x plus 16. And then the width is the same thing. That's x plus 12. Now I multiply, okay? Because I can't add, I can't add. So I take 1x times 1x. I take 1x times 12. I take 16 times 1x, and then 16 times 12. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 times 12 is 12, and that's a first. So that's going to be x to the first, or just 1. 16 times 1 is 16. We got x to first, and then 16 times 12 is 192. Okay, so the second power is my highest. And then for first powers, I got these two, so we have to add the coefficients together. 12 and 16 make 28. And we keep that x to the first. And then we got the 192. Take your first power away, and that's going to be our answer. Okay, my next problem is the same thing. Length times width. So this is my length parentheses, that's my width. So my length, I have 25, but then I extend it by x. So that's x plus 25, and then x plus 15. Those are ones. Okay, so I take 1x times 1x and 1x times 15. Okay, so that 1x we can forget about, and then I take 25 times 1x and 25 times 15. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. 15, that's a 1, so x a first. 25, and then that's x of first. Then I take 25 times 15 is 375. Okay, so I got the 1x to the second. And then remember, these two are like terms because they both have a first power on the x. So 15 plus 25 is 40. Then we keep that as x to the first, and then plus 375. Now cross out your first power. Okay, my next problem, we have a couple of triangles here. Write a formula for the area. Now, a triangle is the length times the width divided by 2. So let's just focus on the length and width just like we did on the last problem. We'll worry about that 2 here in a second. So I've got 2x minus 1, and then I've got 1x plus 3. So same thing. I take 2x times 1x and 2x times 3. So we kill him. Negative 1 times 1x, and then negative 1 times 3. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2x to the second. 2 times 3 is 6. It's x to the first. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Just x to the first. And then negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. So that's my highest, 2x to the second. We need to add those. Those are like terms. 6 and negative 1 is positive 5, and that's still x to the first. And then negative 3. Get that first out of there. Now here's what the divided by 2, here's what you're going to do on that. You just underline the whole thing and put a 2 under, and I'm good with that as an answer. Okay, the next one, again, it's length times width divided by 2, but we're just going to worry about the length and the width. So that's my length, and that's the width. So my length is 2x and 6, so 2x plus 6. And then my width is up here, and that's 1, it's kind of sideways, 1x minus 4. Okay, so again, we got the 2x, so I take 2x times 1x, 2x times negative 4, 6 times 1x, and then 6 times negative 4. So 2 times 1 is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, and that's going to be x to the first. 6 times 1 is 6, just x to the first, and negative 24. So we got the 2x to the second. Those are like terms. We got to add negative 8 plus 6. That's going to be negative 2, and that's x to the first. Now take the first power away. I don't want that in the answer. Plus negative 24. Okay? And then I underline it and put a 2. Rectangles those are kind of the same. Now on these ones it's a little bit more tricky. Okay? Write a formula for the area. Now this is different than the first rectangles. On these first ones, I had the dimension, then I extended it by x. Okay? Here what I'm doing is I have 8 by 14, but then I'm surrounding it with x. So here's what we do when we surround it. We're still going to take length times width. Now here's how you do your length. I kind of draw a line from here to here, the end. Then I mark the points where the middle stops and starts. Kind of bad drawing by me. And from here to here is 14. From here to here is x, and from here to here is x. So how many x's is that? That's 2 of them. So 2x plus 14. Because there's 2 of them, it's 2x plus 14. Now here, from here to here is 8, x, and x. So that's 2x plus 8. Now I proceed, okay? Now I'm good to go. I've got the 2x, I'm going to take 2x times 2x. I'm going to take 2x times 8, and then we kill him off. I take 14 times 2x, and I take 14 times 8. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. 16, x to the first. 14 times 2 is 28, and that would be x to the first. And then I take 14 times 8. And that's going to be 112. Okay, so my high power is the second power, so 4x to the second. Those two are like terms. I take 16 plus 28 is 44. And that's going to be x to the first because they're both. And then 112. And that is my answer. I don't underline it and put a 2 because it's a rectangle, not a triangle. Okay, next problem. Again, the same thing's going on. From here to here is, again, it's length times width. It's not divided by 2. It's not a triangle, it's a rectangle. So from here to here is 17. From here to here is x. From here to here is x. So it's going to be 2x plus 17. From here to here is 14. That's x and that's x. So that's going to be 2x plus 14. Okay, now we find the product. I take 2x times 2x. I take 2x times 14. I take 17 times 2x. And I take 17 times 14. So 2 by 2 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 28 That'd be just a first, so x to the first. 34, that's a first, so x a first. And then I take 17 times 14, 238. So I've got 4x to the second, and then x to the first. I have two of these, so we got to add 28 plus 34. 62 x to the first. Get rid of that. Plus 238. Okay, this next one, same idea. It's like I got 20 by 25, but instead of extending it, I'm building X all around. I surround. Okay, so surrounding, I go like this. That's 25, and that's X. That's X. That's 20. That's X, and that's X. Okay, so I got my length times the width. So it's going to be 2x plus 25, and then 2x plus 20. Okay, so I take 2x times 2x and 2x times 20. I take 25 times 2x and 25 times 20. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times 20 is 40, and then x to the first. 25 times 2 is 50, x to the first, and then 25 times 20 is 500. Okay, so I got the 4x to the second. Got these two right here, 40 by 40 plus 50, add them. That's 90, x to the first, so 90. Get the first out of there, and then plus the 500. Okay, next one, again, another surround, not an extend. So that's 40, x and x. That's 10, x and x. Okay, so it's going to be 2x plus 40 and 2x plus 10. Okay, so I take 2x times 2x. I take 2x times 10. I take 40 times 2x. And I take 40 times 10. Okay, so that's 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. That's 20. Just x to the first. That's 80. X to the first. That's 400. Okay, so I got 4x to the second. Again, we add the 20 and the 80. That's 100. Just x to the first. X to the first means x. And then 400. Okay, pause that video and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is just an extend, so it's going to be x plus 8 times x plus 6. X plus 6 times 2x minus 3, and then put the 2 under it because that's a triangle. And then these are the surround. Okay. Okay, here's the next one. You're designing a frame to surround a rectangular picture. The width of the frame around the picture is the same on every side. The picture is 22 by 20 inches. Okay, so what this is a surround. So you need to draw a rectangle and then a rectangle within. We got 22 by 20, and then I just put X around all the sides because we don't know those. And then with the surround, remember what I do. I've got 22, I've got X, and I got X, 2X plus 22. Then here, didn't give us much room here. We got 20, and then X and X. That's 2X plus 20. So writing a polynomial that represents the area, I just take my length times my width. So 2X plus 22, then 2X plus 20. Okay, then I find the product. 2x times 2x and 2x times 20. 22 times 2x and 22 times 20. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times 20 is 40. X to the first. 22 times 2 is 44. X to the first. 22 times 20 is going to be 440. So I got the 4x to the second. Remember, those two are like terms. I add 40 and 44 is 84. And you need to keep that x to the first. Plus your 440. Okay. Now, here's what we do on part B. Find the combined area of the picture and frame if the width of the frame is 4 inches. What that's telling me, you see all those x's up there? That means x is now equal to 4. So what I need to do is replace the x's with 4's. So I got 4 parentheses to the second plus 84 parentheses plus 440. So 4 and 4. And I plug that into the calculator. So 4 parentheses 4. The exponent key is right here. So second plus 84 parentheses 4 plus 440. And that gives me 840. Now the label for area when you actually have a number is going to be square inches. Okay. Next, a rectangular trivet has a ceramic center and a wooden border. The center is 8 by 6 inches. So again, this is a surround. We got 8 by 6, but then we surround it with X on every side. So again, length times width, and now I come up here. From here to here is 8, and then X and X. So it's going to be 2X plus 8. From here to here is 6, and then I got 2 x's, so that's 2x plus 6. Now multiply that. You take 2x by 2x, 2x times 6, 8 times 2x, and 8 times 6. That's 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 12 x to the first. 16 x to the first, and then 48. So we got these two are like terms. So we got the 4x to the second. 12 plus 16 is 28x to the first. Now take the 1 away, and then plus 48. Okay, find the total area of the trivet if the width of the border is 2 inches. So that means we're taking the x's out, both of them, and replacing it with 2. So 4 parentheses to the second plus 28. This means x equals 2 plus 48. And I'm going to put 2 and 2. So I put that in parentheses all at the same time. 4 parentheses 2 to the second plus 28 parentheses 2 plus 48. Okay, 120. So it's 120 square inches. Okay, next problem. Give you a little bit more room on the next problem. You plan to build a walkway that surrounds a rectangular garden as shown. The width of the walkway around the garden is the same on every side. The dimensions of the garden are 10 by 9 feet. So it's another surround because you're building this walkway all around it, but you don't know the width, so that's all x. Okay. Write a polynomial that represents the total area of the garden. So again, that's area's length times width. Now there are different areas, but for this class we just use, it's just basically rectangles and triangles. Triangles, same as rectangles, used to underline and put 2 at the end. Okay, so 10, and then x and x, so it's 2x plus 10. 9, and then x and x, and that's 2x plus 9. Okay, now I found my product. I take 2x times 2x. I take 2x times 9. That's done. 10 times 2x and 10 times 9. That's 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. It's 18. X to the first. It's 20. X to the first, and that's 90. These two are like terms, so we got the 4x to the second. 18 plus 20 is 38, and that's going to be just 38x to the first. You can get rid of that, and then plus 90. Okay, so now it tells me that the combined area of the width of the walkway is 5 feet, so x equals 5. So we need to replace the x's with the number 5. So 4 parentheses to the second, 38 parentheses plus 90, and we put the 5 and the 5. 4 parentheses 5 to the second plus 38 parentheses 5 plus 90 gives me my answer of 380 square feet this time. Okay, and then on this, just do the one problem at the end. Thanks.